Alright, guys, now I've been out of touch with virtual signaling or PC um, because I was too busy with the in a relationship. Now I just got out of a relationship, still going through this heartache phase of life, which I just break up yesterday. I've noticed now I'm going to get back to what's going on and let's talk about this topic. Now they introduced the all panel females in that panel, and I didn't watch the whole thing because I'll kind of get the sense of idea what's gonna be like. When I look through the panels, they look very. It's either SJWs or radical feminists. I look at those panels and I look at the face. I could pretty much could, I could see them like it's like my lecturers and my tutorial teachers, and I already know what they're like, and there's no need for me to even look at them. But what the outbreaking news outcome sparked a whole conversation whether to get investigated or be or where or getting defunded or getting the Australian government to look into it. Now, one of the quote that really struck the most is having eliminate men from rapists is implementing laws such as murdering them and pretty much stating a death penalty. Now, the reason why it's been said on the social media, on on the platform or the education department, where they always stated they wanted to get rid of men all the time, is once you spread it out to the education, the educators spread to the students' mentality, um, change their perception, and once many of the university students are jump understanding the and force their opinion on them, then they'll put it on the news broadcast or new TV program. Now, many of us will be outraged about it, but students who go attend and understanding how this social norm, how it's going to change perspective, a perspective of the social, of the people's, ideas, thoughts. And with the recent rapist crime or rapist murder, it was heavily bombarded on the guys, like how we behave. Women in the Western world has been a very it's a lot, they're gaining a lot more. Let's just say it's a lot more. What's that word? Valuable than men. Let's just put it that way. And I'm not gonna say anything against that. That's the way how it is. The society, the way how we're changing, and in the future, it will be introduced the death penalty, and because the educator have did dug through on the students, and now it's to the media, and slowly it will get there. The radical feminist also wants to ban pornography, and it will get there as well. Next one will be pornography because inside patriarchy, behavior, fantasize, and I also been sent out with all these human rights, sexual assault, sexual harassment surveys when I was in uni, and I didn't participate, but it was designed to say yes. And one of the questions is started stating that going to the public street and someone stare at you uncomfortably, which is not even a student or perhaps you're catching a public transport. No, I'm not a fan. I'm not saying they're all bad. I'm just saying we live in today's world that you know it's the female's turn, and this death penalty will be introduced in the future. It will be because the way how the media has portrayed it. Now the educator has taught in in high school and university scholar level, the next it won't be this generation, it will be slowly get to the next and the next and the next generation, and it will get there. It's just like the same way, the way how they did with the climate change. Exactly the same way. It's going to get a lot more violent. The protest is going to be a bit more violent, just the way how we see, and we see that trend. And yeah, could you imagine, in today's world, if you don't have a consent with your missus, that's classified as rape now. There's no, it's going to be a lot more difficult. Now, one quick note, and I know you guys don't like to hear about this, but I'm hearing from, in the past, this girl told me, do you guys have any idea why 50 Shades of Grey is popular? We guys will have no idea. Even though I read the book, don't get me wrong, I read the first book, And she stated, we at times wanting to be raped by certain guys. We don't know why, but we have that urge. Maybe it's something got to do with our ancestors. Because if you look back in the history, regardless if it's tribe or war, when another tribe won, another kingdom won, or another war won, or another royal won, men get slaughtered and women get raped. And when the next generation, that's when you killed, or DNA or genetic of that culture, that region is, that's how you slowly wipe them out. That's how you multiply. That's how I see the whole thing. And in today's world, it is what it is. And like I said, I'm not going to against everything. It's just that's the way the society is heading towards to, and that's the way how it is. But yeah, that's the video, man.